Some of you may think that oral hygiene isn't a very serious matter. You may brush your teeth every now and then, but never really worry about any serious problems. This is an image of a person with periodontitis. It's an advanced gum disease. Keeping your teeth and gums healthy is extremely important for many reasons. One of the biggest reasons is that new research has found an astonishing link between periodontitis and head and neck cancer. Since the first primitive attempts at oral hygiene, dental care has come a long way. Oral hygiene keeps advancing year after year, and it is up to us to take advantage of these advances and take care of our teeth and gums. According to Colgate, toothbrushing tools date back to 3500 between 3000 BC, when the Babylonians and the Egyptians made a brush by fraying the end of a twig. In the 15th century, however, the Chinese made the first natural bristle toothbrush. It was made from the bristles from pigs' necks. It would look like this. In 1938, the first nylon toothbrush was invented. We still use nylon bristles today. The first toothpaste was made to perform many similar functions that today's toothpaste does, but was made from an entirely different mixture. Some of the common ingredients in toothpaste back then were a powder of ox hooves, ashes, burnt eggshells, charcoal, and even oyster shells. Moving on to the 1800s, most toothpaste contained soap and chalk. And before 1850, toothpastes were powders. You can imagine how uncomfortable that would be to brush your teeth. But looking at these facts, you can see how far we've come since the first attempts at oral care. Without today's dental care, many of us would suffer from oral diseases. And let me go back to the picture on the screen of the person with periodontitis. Merriam-Webster defines periodontitis as inflammation of the periodontium, and especially chronic inflammation that typically follows untreated gingivitis and that results in progressive destruction of the periodontal ligament, formation of pockets around the teeth, and resorption of the alveolar bone, chiefly in a horizontal direction, with loosening or loss of teeth. That's a lengthy definition, but it just basically means that a person with periodontitis can experience gum inflammation, specific site pain, spaces developing in between the teeth, as you can see, and a loose teeth is the main thing. I have a video that I'd like to show of an examination of periodontitis, actually. So, hold on for 1 second. So in this video, you can see the spaces, and you can see how loose the teeth have become. If you look, you can see how the alveolar bone has decayed away from the actual tooth, and there's plenty of space, as you can tell, in between the teeth. Enough of that. Okay. So sorry about that. So how does a disease like this start? Well, our mouths are full of bacteria, and when this bacterium is left alone too long, it results in diseases such as periodontitis. Researchers have been looking into a new shocking discovery, though. They have found that periodontitis has a direct correlation with cancers of the head and neck. They have found that periodontitis, according to Dr. Louise Chang, the results showed that each millimeter of bone loss due to chronic periodontitis was associated with a greater than 4-fold higher risk of head and neck cancer. Also, Dr. Meen Tazel, who's an assistant professor in the Department of Oral Diagnostic Sciences, School of Dental Medicine at the University of Buffalo, states, periodontal pockets were also suggested as reservoirs for human papillomavirus, HPV. This goes to show that oral hygiene is not just something we should blow off. Proper dental care is a very serious matter and should not be taken lightly. All of this information about oral hygiene should hopefully inform you about the importance of healthy teeth and gums. The neglect of oral hygiene can result in such diseases as periodontitis. We've come a long way since the first attempts at oral care. It is up to us to take advantage of these advances and never forget to smile. William Arthur Ward once said, "A warm smile is the universal language of kindness." Thank you.